Welcome to the service. Wake up, people. Wake up that love in your heart. Time for service. Time for service. Matthew says Jesus is God, bro. Yes, Matthew, we also agree. Yes. We also agree. That's so funny. Are you trying to come at me with that? Like some kind of, you think I would be like, no, Buddha is God. You think that's what we do? We don't do that. People who come regularly know that, but that's fine. You're new, and that's fine. Better not call this one cult rehab. Yahooby. We are not calling this one cult rehab. This one is not cult rehab. In fact, I actually feel bad. Let me put up the flyer. That's so funny, dude. I'm not calling it cult rehab, but that's very good, Yahooby. Very good. Funny. Very funny. Coming in with the rips right off the top. Let's play a track here. 75th at lower. DJ Williams coming in with the YouTube rips, baby, on this track. Oh my God, what a great track. You better not call it cult rehab. It's not called cult rehab, but the reason why Yahooby's saying that is because, well, check this out. Wait, how do I show you without showing? No. That's our thumbnail, people. Check. And then I put, so this guy, this is actually going to be a great story today. This is a beautiful story, a great story. And actually, he went back to Jesus. So, Matthew coming in here saying God, Jesus is God, bro. Hey, man, I'm not. This is a church of loving kindness, okay? So we're not going to call a guy who came out of Islam and call it cult rehab. That's rude. We wouldn't do that. Yeah, we wouldn't do that. Keep the positive vibes flowing, Baba G. Jordan Dunn, that's correct. Digital Marketing Human says, let's go, the Drip Amish. Let's go, the Drip Amish. Oh, yeah, dude. Feel that music. Can y'all hear that music, though? Tell me if you can hear it. You know, the music is such a ripper. Give me a thumbs up in there. Give me a GOG. Give me a God is great if you can hear the music. Give me a GOG. God is great if you can hear the music. Can you hear the music? Wasn't that a Kanye album named God is Great? Maybe. But let me tell you, people have been making that album for thousands of years. Amish is greater than Kanye. Well, he's a genius. But thank you. Digital Marketing Humans, thank you. What beautiful loving kindness karmas you have done to say these things. And really all of you, make sure you keep leaving comments in here, because that is part of your karmas. And even if you look at our background music, if you look at our background graphics, I actually made a list just to make sure that everyone knows what is the karmas. This is your karmas. And listen, most of you have done the top 3, but let's take a look at this. And bam. Did it hit on the music? So make sure you're dancing. I feel like not everyone's dancing. Being joyful in life, I feel like that much has come through. No, but today we got a great guest, man. What a great dude. He's such a great dude. And I got off the phone with him. And it's so interesting, like all the things he's gone through in this last couple of years. I had no idea. And you just have one view of people in your mind. And the real view of them is just completely, you just don't know. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what's going on. So this is going to be an incredible discussion. And I got to tell you a motivational little rip going into this beautiful summer weekend. Oh my God, what a beautiful summer weekend we're going into. It's going to be a sexy weekend. This is the kind of weekend that you could honestly, without being a jerk, without being a weird guy, without any moves, just who you are. This is the kind of summer weekend where you could just fall in love and have sex with someone. Yeah, all the pieces are in place. That's the thing that they don't talk about. These gurus are all on the internet saying like, we're in an ascension. May is the time to crack open. It's like very generic. It's like, no, it's spring. People are horny. People want to fall in love. I'm seeing it in the culture. I'm seeing it in the community. And that's what I want to talk to you about off the top. before our guest Danny Martinello gets in here. This is what I want to talk to y'all about. Hold up. Oh my God! For a second, I thought that I wasn't there anymore. Yo, but y'all can hear the music, right? Best hit thumbs up, guys. Keep those karmas up. All the best to you all. Thanks, Digital Marketing Humans. God is great. You are loved. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Let me tell you a little parable about the ego and how it plays tricks on us. So I'm at the gym yesterday, back in the gym, because listen, we all got to be working it out. You got to go to the gym. It's good to go to the gym. That's fine. Sorry, I got a little bro there. It went too hard on the bro. I'm a loving kindness coach, not some kind of a bro scientist. Hold on. Let me just. Reappear in Parable Galaxy. Wow, we're here in Parable Galaxy. So let me tell you a beautiful little parable. Let me tell you a little beautiful parallel with this lazy saxophone on a Friday. I was at the gym the other day. I'm working out. I'm seeing a crew of like full crew, hot girls, halties up to here, all the way up on the halters. You know what I'm saying? So they know they're hot and they're ripping, and it's like a group of 6 or 7. So as a dude, your ego automatically says, no. It's too much. I don't know. Do you guys have that? My ego creates all games. No. They won't talk to you. You are foolish. No. It's making games. If you talk to them, oh, they're too beautiful. As they say in 40-year-old version, pussy on the pedestal. Classic, right? Classic. And this is why it's so important to have sermons like this as the springtime is coming in, because it is time to be in the market, people. If you're coming out of a cold country, it's going into spring. It's time that you get out there and be in the market, people. You got to start getting in the market. And your number one, really, your fuel source is that love for yourself. You do have to have, it's pretty cocky. You got to almost be a little cocky. It is kind of like we were shouting out Kevin Samuels, like the guy's doing 45-minute video, and on the left of him and on the right of him is full headshots of himself. And then he only uses the middle 1/3 to actually do the video. This is called confidence, people. Big channel, ripped it. We can all talk shit. We played a clip of Vivica A. Fox talking shit about yesterday, but you need that fuel source. That source of fuel so that you can get out there in the market early on. You want to get in there, it's like in basketball. You want to get a 10-point, 20-point lead off the top. It can give you the whole win, people. Anyway, I'm at the gym, and the ego makes all kinds of silly stories. Like, oh, they're not going to talk to you. Who do you think you are? The ego said, who do you think you are? You think you're going to holler at them? It's too hot. And it's making all stories. And there's like a joke that I could do because they were lifting. So you know what machine they're on? They're on the machine this one, the lower back one. But you get in on an angle and then you do this. And then when you come out, I don't know if y'all like worked out the way I worked out, but I remember I used to come out of that lower back machine. And for the rest of the day, hot! I am erect. Does this happen to anyone? You do lower back hard, and then you come off the machine and you go, I will destroy the market. Let me destroy my enemies. That's it. You come out. Does that ever happen to anyone? It actually, I remember when I first did it, even, it was like I could feel a pushing up. Like it was like that trick. You know that trick where you stand in between a wall and you push your arms out for 5 minutes, and then you come out, and then your arms are just rising up to God. Because the muscle contracted, now it's rising up to God. That's what happens with lower back. So I would do it. I come out, 1 step closer to God. 2 inches closer to God. Great machine. Anyway, these girls, and they're tiny too. I told you, halties, fucking up to here. Halties up to here, so they're tiny waisted. hitters, like a crew, and you just automatically assume they're going to be mean, right? It's almost like, as a kind of a nerd, if you grew up like a nerd like me, you almost feel like, well, they have the right to be mean. Well, what did you think? That they'd be nice? Like, there's almost that kind of mentality as a nerd, as a silly guy. You know, comedians are generally thinking, I think that's the voice in their head, generally speaking. They're like, huh, what do you think you are? You think they talk to you? Come on, man. But anyway, the Buddha gave me a joke channeled in, because they're lifting 50 pounds, 100 pounds. And I'm like, ladies. Is this official? Like, who told you to do this much weight? Because I know jacked bodybuilders, they're doing 25. That's it. Right? How much weight are people doing? I've seen a 45 plate occasional. 45 plate occasional. And I'm telling these girls, like, you're making the guys look stupid. Come on. Like, stuff like that. And I'm thinking, you know, like I said, my ego's made these illusions in my mind. They're going to be like, oh, pervert. Ew, why'd you talk to us? Ew, pervert. Ew, why'd you talk to us? Ew, pervert. Like, I thought they were going to do something like this, because it is Planet Fitness and they have like an alarm system. I'm like, ladies, that's a lot of weight. What really happened is, I'm like, ladies, that's a lot of weight. Most guys, you're making the guys look stupid. And they're like, no, it's not bad. You can do it. You want to do it? You want to work in with us? Work in with us. You can do it. That's what happened. Just like 4 conversations. No, actually, we're doing it. It's actually not lower back. It's upper booty. So we can actually do a little more weight. First of all, I do like that the bro science even penetrated their feminine community, because it was the most bro. They were like, no, we saw it on TikTok. First, they're like, no, we saw it on TikTok. No, we learned it from TikTok. Oh my God, that sounds so stupid. Like they said it, and then they were like, oh my God, I know that sounds crazy, but no, it's legit. I got on TikTok. And then they were trying to explain to me that it's like actually upper booty. And the booties were already popping. God, it's great. It's already popping. God, it's great. Anyway. So friendly, so chatty. And that's why you got to do loving kindness, people. And that's why you got to sign up for public forgiveness. Let me tell you something. They're so friendly, these girls. So sweet. And I really felt like I raised their vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kept working out, and then I would just like walk around. I like try to do a set and then walk around the whole gym and then do another set. So I was working out like that, like just kind of chill. I do one muscle at a time. That's it. 20, 30 minutes in and out. That's it. That's how I do gym now. Heavy weights, because the weights is what blasts your testosterone, i.e. your Shiva Shakti energy. Your Shiva energy is blasted by weightlifting, heavy weights. So I try to make sure I'm doing heavy weights. And so that way, 30 minutes, I'm in and out. God is great. But as I'm walking around, I'm like, safety first, ladies, safety first. And it was great. We'll see what happens. You never know. You know what I mean? You just can't expect anything. Got the IGs. They said they watch. I don't think they're watching, because they'd be losing in the comments. But you know what? I'll send it to them after. Who knows? Who knows what happens, though? You know what I mean? You meet people. You just never know. It's always good to talk. And that's why I wanted to give this very positive, very beautiful message to the community, to the congregation, that if you're out and about in the culture, in the community, make sure you start hollering, dude. Come on. At everyone, really. Just be chatty. You should be chatty. Right? Because what right do you have if the Buddha channeled you a joke that's so silly and fun, and it raised their vibration and it raised your vibration, and even other people in the gym were like, yo, this guy fucking got it. Fucking. Yeah. Of course, the whole community is talking at that point, and inspired and joyful and thinking like, they're doing this. They're like, shucks, should have said something. There it goes. Not really. But it was like 8 of them. You know how many times like you think, right, that the girls are going to be like, ew, don't talk to me. Ew, gross. And then they're actually like, it's like we came, we dressed up, and nobody talked to us. I swear to God, it's actually opposite. No, and these are the ego's tricks. The ego is projecting your insecurities onto the world. That's what it's doing. It's just projecting so you create an illusion. It's like these idiots, these red pill guys. When I did the diss on their red pill Guruji, because the red pill people, they really are very negative about this, and they think like no one will ever fall in love. The whole community, the community is broken. It can never happen. Pair bonding has been destroyed, and they are all whores, and they've become subscribed to some feminism, and that's it. It's over. That's the mentality. Even when I did I was just talking about him so nicely. I was doing a public forgiveness on the guy, and his fans came in the comments and they go, "What are you, stupid? You think you can fall in love, stupid? This simpy dimpy piece of shit thinks he's falling in love." It could happen. You don't know. It happens all the time. Your ego is projecting this. It can go that deep is what I'm saying. The ego can go that deep because, dude, you talk to these people and they go, "Hi, so we do this workout all the time. It's actually upper butt." Do it. You want to try it? Yeah, work it. I was like, "Oh, hey, podcast? Oh my God, you have a podcast?" Like, yeah, we'll watch it. Like, When the ego tells only lies, foolish lies. Who is this? Adama Productions Pictures. Girls are women. Shalom. Yes. Lift the weight, feel the weight, be the weight. Adama, yes. Adama, we have some character who's here from the Anunnaki. It looks like an Anunnaki character, which is very fitting for us. Adama, are you Anunnaki or are you Arcturian there? Because, dude, if we got some aliens channeling into because it would be actually pretty sick if some Pleiadians were channeling in. But definitely, I like that someone from is that Anunnaki congregation is here. God is great, baby. Thank you for coming. Neil is here. Hello, congregation. Yehovah is here. Yehovah, what's up? Empathy. Hi, all my lovelies. Wow. Adama, Adama truly has a loving kindness mentality. You know what I'm saying? All of his, and this is how we know that we are in Kali Yuga. This is how we know that this is the time of Kali Yuga, great sin, great evil. Because only in this time can something like when I first saw all of those all caps, I was like, this guy's probably trolling. Of course, but that is my ego. Foolish. Projecting. He's not trolling. He is what actually he's doing the opposite of trolling. Actually, Adama is proclaiming. Neil too. Hello, congregation. Adama says, empathy. It should be love and peace. Very good. Very good. What a beautiful congregation. Pure propaganda. Ever thought of becoming a Baba? Well, what the hell do you think I'm doing here, propagandist? Vijaya Kakade. Do not convert. Narak me jaoge. Oh, funny. Do not convert. You think so, eh, Vijaya? That's interesting because we do have a guest who's supposed to be on right now. But honestly, I talked to him on the phone. I talked to him on the phone like half an hour ago. It was so intense, like the stuff that he had been through. And it was such a ups and downs of life that I wouldn't be surprised if he's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't feel right. I'm just going to text him. Because he also could have just forgot. You know what I'm saying? It is, dude, these comics, but dude, the story's insane. And you know what's so crazy? This is crazy even with me. This is where I'm saying the ego has gotten the best of me so many times. Is because with these girls, even, I'm like, they're not going to talk to you. After all my loving kindness training, still my ego saying, they're not going to. What do you think? But I remember years ago, I went on like 2 dates with this smoker, dude. She was so hot. And she was just like this hot, like just someone out of a TV show, hot, so beautiful. 2 dates, didn't call me back. But the second date, she kind of did that thing where she's like, I don't know, like, is it a date? I don't know. Like, it was like that. And I'm like, baby, what's this bait and switch? Like, we're good. You know what I mean? Anyway, I see her a month later at a comedy show. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And then this guy, our guest, he just walks in. He's like, hey, man, this is my girlfriend. What's up, dude? You know, it happens. Hey, listen, this is the issue. It's because I also projected onto it that, like, she's too hot. It'll be too much. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of just didn't talk to her. I kind of just got like a little bit of a thing from her, and I was like, I'm not gonna talk to her. And then after that, I dated a couple of like that summer was good because there were a couple of girls that were kind of like, I guess because they're hot, so there's just too many people trying, and then they almost feel guilt. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to almost be like, you almost catch sometimes girls at a point where they're like, "You're not that into it, right? Okay, cool. Oh, thank God. Then I can just go." You know what I mean? Like, there's been so many girls that like they dated me because you just came at it the hardest. You wanted it the most. And I wanted to feel like I was wanted, so and you wanted it, so I fucking. But then that can backfire because that can be look like desperate too. So, listen, don't take dating advice from me. I'm not a certified dating coach. I am a certified loving kindness coach, and I'll tell you this: you should love yourself, even if nobody loves you. Listen, you still just love yourself the way you are. It's fine. Let me show you this laughing Baba. I actually have a very powerful lesson from my last meditation class, but I'll teach you guys because it's a very powerful teaching from this laughing Baba. He's out in California. I think we've talked about him before, but let's just treat this as our first topic then while we're waiting because our guest today, yeah, like I said, he's been through some stuff and maybe he doesn't want to, maybe he feels weird. So that's okay. It's going to happen. It's called rehab. Actually, let me show you the new visuals that we're putting together because these are pretty sexy. I think I showed them yesterday at the end of the show, but these are fucking tight, dude. Fucking tight, dude. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Look at the footage is great. My favorite Babajis really are all here. And then here it goes into like all the destruction they've done. You know, and basically we got to talk about how, listen, that's why here at Cult Rehab, we're fighting back, people. Look at these maniacs, 39 dead. Not going to find that with this Babaji. Someone is asking me, like, why don't I become Babaji? I actually am becoming a Babaji, but you're not going to find this kind of shenanigans with this Babaji. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. FBI is coming in. What kind of a church of loving kindness is walking around with the gats, dude? It's not a loving kindness. And sorry, that's it. It's not a loving kindness. Look at this is Osho security when he would go do his drive-bys. I mean, there's a lot of people. Someone could just be like, Babaji, 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 I love you, Babaji. Like someone could go wild. But then the gat? No taser? It's a church of loving kindness. No, but it is a cult. It is a cult. And that's why we got to be. And hey, that's why here at Cult Rehab, we're not a cult. We have to. That's why the culture needs an anti-cult cult. And that's what we're doing here. Anti-cult cult coming soon. Here, the new graphics will be ready probably by Sunday. Yeah. We have Natalie Grant coming in, author of Cult Girls, graphic novel. It's so nice. Like, look at this. Look at these graphics. It's very tight. She sent me like 50 emails. I got to go through all the emails that she sent me. Sunday's going to be real Jehovah's Witness expose right here on Cult Rehab. Let's just say that this Sunday's going to be real Jehovah's Witness expose. Sorry. But if you're doing the wrong thing, someone's got to call it out. And don't sit there and say, hey, the Hindus do stuff too. The Buddhists are doing stuff too. Don't worry. We got the Shambhala episode is coming and other episodes are coming. So God is great. And let me see if he's here. He is not here. Weird. Maybe he just feels weird. I don't know. I don't know, but I am going to show you this laughing Baba and we'll do this parable here. Because we are in this parable channeling universe. This guy. Hold up. Let's share the screen here with the whole community. Let's share the screen with the whole community. I got to get this guy on the show. Can someone message him and just ask him to do the show?
Laughing yoga, laughing exercise for the heart and mind. What you can do, just laugh. Very easy. Don't feel shy.
Yeah.
And I am happy, I am relaxed. I am happy, I am relaxed. I am happy, I am relaxed.
Wow. I mean, what powerful teachings. You know, where are you going to get teachings like this? It is very powerful because here's the thing, right? You have a teaching like that. You do it. Adama. We're an cult of anti-cults. Sure. Okay. Now Adama's starting to. Wise to seek such advice from such people. Thank you. Vijaya Kikade. Convert him to Hinduism. Sprinkle ganja gel on him. No, Vijaya, we're not converting anyone. Listen, this is the department. This is the crazy thing. This Babaji that I just showed you 30 seconds of his clip. This. Okay, Yehuvi. Now, let's just cool it down now and have respect, Yehuvi. Why don't we learn a little respect? Yehuvi's always attacking Babajis. Jesus Christ, Yehuvi. Happy jiggling people. Well, Adama, here's the thing. I work in loving kindness department. Okay, I'm not doing converting. Vijay was saying, you got, convert people to Hinduism. We're not converting people. We don't do converting. It's the loving kindness. Every religion has a loving kindness department. So we don't want to convert you of this world's, your labels. But yeah, I do want to tell more people about the loving kindness teachings. They're very powerful, very beautiful teachings. And I think they're the advanced class. No offense. I think they are the advanced class, but they are in every religion. So it's fine. Yeah, no, this is an interesting teaching, right? Because I always thought, I had a vision with this Babaji. I should really go meet him or just ask him to come to the show. But I had a vision when I was asleep. I had a little vision, and he was saying, "What are you doing, Amish Baba? What are you doing?" He was like, he came to see me, and I was like, I don't know, Babaji. I'm tossing and turning. I can't think of any jokes. I got to write more jokes, Babaji. What am I going to talk about, Babaji? And he said, and Babaji said, What do you want? What is your goal? What is your end goal? What is the Leela you are going after? And I said, Babaji, it is my karmas to make the people laugh. I have to make them laugh, Babaji. That's my karmas. That's what I have to do for the community. And then Babaji said, if you want them to laugh, just tell them to laugh. Ha! Ha! I said, it was like an epiphany almost. It was just so beautiful. I said, what fucking business am I in? What am I, stupid? This guy just tells people to goddamn laugh. Now, I know some of you are saying, no. These laughs are not genuine. It has to be genuine laughs only. Just, again, cool it and have respect, because I know some girls who went to this and they said that initially for 1 or 2 minutes, it was a fake laugh. But after 2-3 minutes, the laugh, yes, of course. Of course. The laughter to happiness is a feedback loop. And we know this in neuroscience. Modern neuroscience teaches it, that if your brain is happy, then it sends a signal to your mouth to smile. Everybody knows that. But what they don't teach you is that if you are just smiling, it will also send a signal back and make your brain also happy. So, of course, this is true for laughing. And, if he's doing these kind of silly moves, like, let's just watch that again, actually. I like these.
You can laugh without sound. Your lungs, heart, kidney, colon, spleen, pancreas start dancing. How? Now you can do full laughter.
He's like a Jim Carrey fan. I remember when I started comedy, this comedian sent it to me. And I think it was this comedian Faisal. I did a play with him years ago. And even the comedian, he sent me the video and he's like, do you want to do comedy? Or do you want to do this? And at the time, I was like, no, he's just telling people to laugh. I want to tell the joke and then the people laugh. But he's like, think. He's like, he was 10 years in at that point. And he's like, bro, it's a fucking grind. Think. And at that time, I realize what he's saying. Now I understand the wisdom, because it's hard. And then also, like I said, I know a bunch of girls who went to this guy's ashram, and they said first it was a fake laugh, but then, like I said, it's just like if you just smile, you'll get happy. If you start laughing, it can trigger a real happiness. And she was saying that by 2-3 minutes in, everyone's just actually laughing. Like they won't stop laughing. Like they're laughing and crying and shit. So at that point, you know, I don't know what to think anymore. I got to go see him. I got to bring him on the show. I got to go talk to him. But listen, everyone, we have our very special guest is here and ready to join the stream, here to talk to you out in the culture, in the community. Like I said, let me show you this real quick, actually. I'm going to remove him. I'm going to show you today's thought. So basically, yeah, he has a story about converting to Islam. But like I said, I talked to him a half hour before the show, and I was like, God damn, there's so much wisdom here. He's actually been through some sufferings, and we can learn a lot from him. But yeah, he did almost convert to Islam, which I always find that funny because it's like, dude, you fucking cock tease, swinging your white cock in front of Islam. You know what I'm saying? Swinging your white cock in front of Islam, and they don't, they get double karmas for if they convert a white guy. But I said, you know what? We got to hear about this on the show. Can't wait to have.
They didn't get me.
They didn't get me. You did like a gotcha.
No, they didn't get me. They almost got me, but they didn't.
Daddy Martinello
brought me back.
Yeah, dude. You came back to Jesus, didn't you, Danny? You came back to Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Woo! God is great.
I just wish I had a Cosmo background like you. I'm just sitting here in my basement, but whatever.
Dude, your face is beautiful, dude. You're shining with the love and light of all creation.
What's going on with that staff you got there, man?
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
This is my ego. I'm trying to conquer it, so it is always there.
Eh?
What shall we talk about, Babaji? What shall we talk about? Don't worry, you are in control. I will not. Please, Babaji, I want beer. Give me beer. No,
give me beer.
That's what the ego does. Well, I was just telling them actually about some of your exploits and how you are very daring and powerful in the market, like both as a comic but also for hollering at girls and stuff like that. Like you're confident, you're full of life, you're out, and I just found it so interesting, and this is why it is double points if you convert a white guy, because you're white and you're rock and roll white. Like you could have been someone who goes into Islam, and then you could be one of those guys that's like, yo, I'll convert a bunch of bitches too, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
man.
You can pull a bunch of girls in.
Inshallah, like, we all will.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So tell us about it, though. How'd you get into that?
Like in what?
Islam. What was the lead up to it?
Oh, nothing. It's because I was like lost in faith or whatever, and then I had a couple like Islamic friends and and all that, and I was going hard on drinking the Zamzam water because Mo Ismail was fucking leading me into it, and then
the devil's water.
Yeah,
Mo Ismail was bringing you. Oh, was Mo Ismail going to convert you? Was he like, brother, I can do the conversion?
Well, he was just like all this, and then a couple of my other friends converted, and then I was like, oh shit, well maybe like they have some good teachings, and like I don't know, I was kind of like over the Catholic faith, I guess, in a sense, and then because I was just lost more so than anything, and then I kind of like I didn't like read any Qurans or whatever. I was just like hanging out with a lot of Muslims, and then and then I was like, oh, this is actually pretty, like, this is like a nice community, and like they're having all like they're kind of like helping me through, like I guess navigating my spiritualism through it. And then I was like, oh, this is a nice community, these are nice people, like obviously they kind of like stand for some good things. And then I was like, I just kind of fed up with Catholicism and all the shit that kind of unveiled in the last 2 years, 3 years. And then but then I was like, oh, I just felt like maybe this isn't really for me, kind of style. And then I kind of started leaning towards like Buddhism, and then was talking to like a monk and shit a little bit, and like he was trying to get me to come out, and then I was just like, fuck.
Oh, dude, that would be great. Dude, all the like high functioning people now are into Buddhism. It's like a high functionality cult. It's like better efficiency, better dominate your enemies with brain efficiency, and it's like
meditation.
So
like I took some of their beliefs and their teachings and stuff like that. Like I more so use it now as like kind of like a philosophy more so than anything, and then I still connected to my like Catholic and Christian roots and stuff. But
what made you lose?
A real rough time?
You were saying, okay, so there's the personal issues which we can get into in a second too, but you're talking about like you had some issues with Catholic Church with like pedophilia, stuff like that. Like that.
Yeah, like I
that
always
bothered
kind
you?
of was. Yeah, because I was always like, oh, whatever, you know, like kind of brush it under the rug and shit. But then when it was like when the pandemic happened, and then like there's basically like a 3-week or like a month period where the internet wasn't like monitored, and so like all the floodgates were open, and then I was like, holy shit. And then it kind of like I started putting my pieces together, and like it's so blatantly in my face that I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then also how like it was just like embedded in Canadian history and too, so I was like attacked on both fronts, where I'm like, oh, my patriotism of like being Canadian, where I'm like, fuck man, like we actually did so much like gross harsh shit to these Indigenous and First Nations people, where I'm like, okay, like I always knew our history, but then I'm like, damn. But then once it was like the Catholic Church was embedded in it, I was like, holy. So I was attacked on like spiritual and like patriotism, where I'm like, man, it just sucks all around. But then I was like, I couldn't ignore it anymore, right? Where you just see like, okay, these guys, these priests come into Canada, take the Aboriginal youth away, and then fucking probably threw them all into their sex ring and like put them all around the world. And after they were finished with them or couldn't convert them in ways that they wanted, they'd just kill them. I'm like, it's just senseless and disgusting. And then that's when I was just like, God damn, I can't really be part of this, you know?
Wow. Yeah. But I mean, every religion does it. Not that, I mean, the Catholic Church has just the best system in place. So they're the most efficient, and it's like the most high functioning, high level form of it. But
yeah,
I find
it was just, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, if you make any celibate organization, you're kind of making like a recreation center for pedophiles, because you're attracting every pedophile together from your community, because they're not going to fuck around. I've always found that the celibate organizations, even in India, we act like it's like, look at them. They're so brave. They're walking away from society. They're walking away from sex. But then it's like, I think they're just attracting people who are not into sex. Like, I think people who are into sex maybe just don't go. A percentage of them do, and they have to control themselves. But you're also going to get
it's like a lot of these priests too. Like they'll smash out the nuns and stuff, and then but then it's like these weird little the sicko ones. You know what I mean? That's when they get all the kids and the choir boys and all like the youths and stuff.
Yeah, when my buddy went to Rome, he actually brought back a sexy priest calendar.
Yeah,
it's pretty tight. It's pretty hot, dude. It's like, like
a firefighter's one, but it's just a priest.
Yeah, dude. Have you seen it? I'll show you.
No,
it's sick, dude. I mean, one guy, I'm like, yo, this is Matt Damon. Like, one guy you're gonna look at, you'll be like, that's Matt Damon. Hold on, I got it. He actually brought this for me years ago, and then like I still have it. But look at this. That's
yeah. Look at that smoldering one. 2 of them over. Vatican's hottest clerics. Yeah, look at that guy.
That guy's sexy. This guy looks like New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, a little. He kind of looks like Seth MacFarlane a little bit.
Seth MacFarlane, true. I was actually thinking Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block, but that's old reference. This guy's like a classic, like football player type. This guy. Not bad. This guy's like a Fabio, dude. That's where you got it. That's where someone at the church is like, my son.
He crashes.
What you are doing? Like, no, but I remember I heard a great documentary about this, where these guys were smashing not only nuns, but they'd be on tour. So they'd be on tour speaking around like Rome, and then they'd get a girl pregnant, and they'd be like, but I'm with God. Like the girl would be like, okay, well, I'll leave the church now, whatever. It's like, I'm with God. And he would do it there, but then he's on tour, so he'd do it in like 3 spots. And they interviewed the women. The women would have to message each other.
Jesus, what is that on? Is that on like Netflix or something?
It's a CBC audio podcast about Catholic priests. And it had, you know what they did? They did 3 women, and all 3 of them were like, I thought I loved him. I spent my 20s, my 30s, just like all I could think about was him, and he associated with God and everything. And, I had the baby. Like, one woman was married, and she was just begging this guy's side. And she was like, I just couldn't stop thinking about him, and it drove me crazy, whatever. And then the other 2 women were like, I never got married because I thought this guy would come back. Like, when he wanted to get laid, he would be like, baby, I'm going to leave. And then once he, that post-nut clarity kicks in, and you go, I'm with God.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the ultimate Tinder swindler, but it's the confession. What could it be?
It's
the confession commotion.
This is a joke.
Okay,
this is not official calendar.
That's
This is-
Abercrombie and Finch.
That's not it. Yeah, that's something else. This is the official calendar. I have it somewhere. You just buy them. This is fucking Calendario Romano 2010. Yeah, dude, it's a classic. But
the other one is just for homoeroticism.
The other one, yeah, the other one, I think this is the cover of a Chuck Tingle book. Are you familiar with Chuck Tingle?
No.
He writes these like comedy, like gay sex romance novels. They're so good, dude. I actually bought like it's okay, not pounding by anything while I practice social distancing. This is like a Chuck Tingle book. He's a two-time Hugo Award finalist. Chuck Tingle. He writes the most amazing books, dude. And I remember one time I was buying his book on Amazon, and I don't know if my credit card got declined, whatever. But I'm on the chat with the Amazon, and they're like, "Hi, sir, what can I help you with?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to buy a book." And
trying to get a Chuck Tingle book.
I was trying to get Chuck Tingle, and she goes, "What's the name of the book?" And I had to put it was a Space Sex Raptors, the Space Butt Trilogy, and I had to type it into it. And I was like, I'm totally serious. Like, it's a real, yeah, no, I got a trilogy too. It was a trilogy. It was a banger trilogy, dude.
Because you're like, actually, I'm trying to get It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's a Bisexual Superhero.
Where is that?
It's like the one right beside your cursor, right in the middle.
Sick, yeah. It's
Harry Prober. Oh, Harriet Prober. What is this?
Oh, Harriet Porber. And the
Porber.
Theater of Love. Well, this is, I think, you know what this is? Oh, Trans Wizard. This is obviously Harry Potter, but it's a trans Harry Potter. He's very innovative, dude. I won't be surprised if he's not I can't believe he's just a 2-time finalist. I can't believe he hasn't won the fucking Hugo.
What is the Hugo? Hugos are like the Oscars of the book world? Of
science fiction shorts. And this guy writes mad science fiction shorts. They're fucking tight, dude. They're so good. You gotta hear him. You're gonna love like it is like just great little fantasies that he puts together. I'm like, fuck. I actually bought one just so like to try to write one. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is so silly. But
how long are they?
Like the short stories will be like 20 pages, 30 pages.
Oh wow, okay.
But you can get them on Audible too. And the Audible, I feel like they had space sound effects. So they had just simple, right? But it was so good. It was like a play. Because it was like the space raptors. So basically the space raptors, they were like an alien race. They were raptors, but they just had a dick. Like they were just like regular guys, other than they were like raptors. And then they had this shy gay dude who's like on the space station. He's like, I'm just a nerd who does whatever. And they put me here with these space raptors. And I get so aroused when I see them. Like he just has this inner monologue. And then, yeah, he bangs like 2 or 3 space raptors. And they're all jerks. The space raptors, they're like the aggressive guys in it. So they're like jerks, and then but like the guy just loves pounding them so much, so then he like breaks their heart, he melts their hearts over time.
That's funny.
Harriet Porber
and the bad boy Paraskalopolis. Oh, the fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, I guess that's the dinosaur. A romantic, asexual T-Rex. Okay, absolutely no thought of pounding during my fun day with this kind of T-Rex because I'm aromantic and asexual, and that's wonderfully valid way to prove love is real.
He's like a troll too, as well, eh?
He is trolling. It is like he always takes like hot cultural issues. Oh, we got to see the Trump ones, dude. The Trump series was fucking banger, dude. I can't believe he called it Trump. But he always made it like Trump was getting banged by a dinosaur or something. President Donald Loch Ness Trump pounds America's butt. Okay, no, this is Donald Trump, I guess. What great writing, dude.
Upset Trump. Oh, Trump.
Trump, yeah. Upset Trump supporters pounded in the butt
by a search for meaning now that his bigoted cult leader has been voted out.
So it's like got a political, you're right. He's like a left-wing troll and like a sex author, you know, like a erotic fiction author. It's great. It's great stuff, dude. The Space Raptor Butt trilogy, fucking it's a piece of art, dude. As a comedian, you'll love it, dude. It's amazing. But I was gonna say almost
Chuck
converted.
Tingle.
What's up? Chuck Tingle.
Chuck
Yeah.
Tingle.
Chuck Tingle, that's the guy. Yeah, check it out, man. Okay, so tell me this. So it sounds like you were going into Islam in like a very cool, like, sounds legit, like just a bunch of cool guys that we know, kind of, that are like, hey man, I have a guy. They're ready to sign you up.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I never really got to, like to the full like go to a mosque kind of thing. It was more so just like dabbling in it where I'm like, oh, okay, like when you're on the edge looking in and you're like, oh, maybe I'm gonna do this, maybe I'll do this, and then you're kind of starting looking at like all the friends and everyone that.
Yeah, it's a community. And like, what's the banger events they had? Do they have any good dances?
Oh, they probably do.
Oh, you didn't go to those. You just thought the
No.
philosophy-
Like I just was like, kind of like paying attention to them and like, picking people's brains and all that kind of stuff. And then it was like, or like I got to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I should just go to a mosque and like walk in. Like I almost went with Mo, and then I was like, man, no. Like there's still something I was like, no, like I don't want to.
Yeah. There's something. Dude, I remember when I was in high school, I almost I was so horny over this girl, and I almost converted. And I know a lot of guys who do it. They're just like fucking, but they basically are like to hook up with this girl. They'll just start going to church or start going to mosque, and then they
for
start to
sure.
believe it. Yeah, it's like standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that's like what I did like in junior high school with they had there's this girl in logos class, and it was like half of the day they were in public school and half the day they were in like Christian school and stuff, and then she was like real super Christian, and I'm like, well, I'm Catholic, but like like you know what I mean, half-ass Catholic, and I would just go to her like little Christian like shed worship where everybody's like listening to music, playing guitars. I'm like, this isn't church, and then I would just try and like get in her pants by the end of it. So I've used religion to smash,
Yeah, you got to. It's a way to connect with people,
Yeah.
I remember years ago, this guy sold me crystals, like for like crystal healing crystals. But the way he sold it to me, he's like, bro, like you'll fuck. Like he didn't even make a story.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, come around, touch my ass.
Oh, you thought he was trying to fuck me,
buddy? You want some cores? What a bit of
Oh my god. Are we losing Danny or are we losing me? Bear with us, people. We're here in the digital ashram.
The government should almost shut us down. They heard us about the power of crystals.
I know, dude. The power of crystal. You know what? Yeah. The crystal people got mad there. They're like, you fucking don't talk shit. God damn it. You don't talk shit about the crystals. Is that I think that's your internet, right? Or does it tell you on your screen?
Oh, I don't know. I'm in Sandra's basement here. I've got full bars.
Oh, you have full bars. Oh, sick. We basically just I missed your whole bit, like the whole thing, right from like it's almost like the full bit just cut right off.
Oh, I was just like saying like the guy's like, yeah, you're into crystals. Why don't you come around back here, touch my Amazon? I got a couple or amethysts. I got a couple tropoids for you. And then you're like, and he's like, yeah, this shit, you're gonna fuck on this. And then he's just actually like molesting you in the back of his crystal shop.
Yeah, Danny, that's so interesting that you bring that up because I have been propositioned. This guy is just like this old gay guy, and he goes, "Hi, yeah, I do a special kind of crystal healing, and I'll do it for you. You can do it for free, no problem, whatever." And it's a special kind of massage and healing, but it heals your root chakra. I go, it's like
he just jerks you off.
Well, he tried, so it was just a weak ass massage on the top, and then he was just trying to work into my ass. And I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that. And he's like, well, that's the teaching. So if you want to do it, that's the teaching. And he's going for it again. I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm good. I'm going to go. And I just left. But he's like a legit 55-year-old man. And I was probably like 20. And he was like, just come and we'll do a thing. Yeah, no. And it was like some spiritual, whatever. But that's like a different guy. You just reminded me of that. It's so funny. That's so random, dude.
Yeah, some of the crystal guys are like they're a little off, man.
You think so? The crystal guy that was selling me the crystals, he was basically saying like, you'll fuck, like girls will see it and they'll just want to suck your dick. Which I gotta say, like he should have made it more poetic. Like it'll attract, the vibration will go to heaven and come back to them. But he's basically saying like, they come in and then you have something to talk about. It's like something you can connect on, in your room. And then from that, like it's easier to fuck. And it kind of was for a while. I did that.
That's just how he explained it.
Yeah,
I mean, you just put these up on your window ledge. The girl's gonna look at you. You're gonna talk about it a little bit, and then next thing you know, your dick's in her mouth. What can you do, bro? Crystal life.
That's it. Crystal life, bro. I'm getting crystals for these pussies. I'm doing it for them. Yeah, dude. So then, what made you change your mind? I guess you just at the last second, you just remembered God. You just remembered Jesus, and you came back.
I just remembered they're nothing but goddamn savages. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was just like, you know what, man? I don't know.
No way.
This is yeah. I know. Just get real Islamophobic on the last half of this podcast.
On the last half.
Yeah. No. I was just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I just had a nice talking with my mom, and then I have a priest in my family too, as well. Like one of my cousins is a priest, so then I was just had a talk with him, and then I kind of like just closed down all my socials, all my everything. Kind of just stepped away from a lot of like. I just kind of almost had that go to the mountain for 3 days, kind of epiphany, but it was just mostly I just sat on my balcony, did some journaling, did some thoughts, and then like kind of reached out to other people and stuff like that.
No mushroom, no psychedelic?
No mushrooms on this one. This one was just all full blown me, like go inside my mind. Yeah, and do some meditations and put some prayers out there and all kinds of jazz. But then
that's good. I actually think it's actually really so bad for the culture to convert. Like I honestly, like I get it. Some religions they have to do it. But it's so toxic to a culture. Like now you're gonna go back to your family, and it is like a bit of a rift.
Well, that's what it kind of was, where it was like,
and say this is beautiful knowledge. You have beautiful knowledge. Like, the converting always seemed kind of aggressive to me.
Yeah, so like my parents are like they're open to a lot of different views and stuff, right? And like different things, but they were just like, you know, being Italian and growing up like Catholic and stuff. So my mom's like a diehard Catholic, and talking to some other things, but then I was also like, oh, well, maybe Catholicism isn't like the branch for me. Maybe I should be a Protestant, or maybe I should do something else, right? Like I always have still connected to Christ through my like roots and heritage, but then I was like, actually, you know what, man, fuck, there's bad people in all things, right? Like you look at Islam, look at some of the bad people they're doing. You look at you know, all these like yoga kind of almost cult guru people, look at the things, right? Like you're always going to have evil people within every subsection. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take these good roots away and kind of like have my own connection with God.
The biggest sinners are always are always trying to be with God. You know, they're always trying to be more righteous and trying to prove that they're righteous all the time. So
and it's also like it's also you look at like these other people too, where it's like even like these super clean comics and shit, and they're the greasiest ones, and then so it's like everybody who tries to like kind of cover themselves with like being superior or nice, you're like, what are you hiding? You know what I mean? Like you're the actual snake in the grass.
Dude, some social justice people behind the scenes, they're so mean, dude. They'll kill
100%.
They'll cut someone. They'll fuck someone up and like ruin them and whatever. And
just and lick their blood and taste the blade.
Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, I took that bitch out. Like they're aggressive. Some people are aggressive like that. They're like, hey man, I'm on the come up. Like they'll even say, I've seen girls do it behind, like guys and girls, like just behind the scenes, like on camera. They're like, and so that's why racism has to stop right now, whatever. And then they go back 2 seconds. They're like, yo, I'm trying to get paid, bitch. Like they don't care, dude. It's like it's just to pretend. They're open about it. But you know what? That's where you're gonna get the biggest sociopaths. It's always like that. In the church, in these righteous organizations. So then you do meditations. Eh? You do. Have you heard of? Have you done any Catholic meditation?
No, those are the ones Catholic that I was. Yeah, I was gonna, because you were telling me outside a comedy bar about them, and then I was gonna wear them or not wear them. I was gonna listen to them and stuff.
I gotta send this to you, dude. She is this woman. She just got signed by Baba Sam Harris. That's what I call Sam Harris. But dude, her Catholic meditations, I'm going to show you right now. Samanara Jayasarai. This is her channel. Just got signed by Sam Harris, but her Christian mystics. Ooh, Lord. Danny, you're going to go talk to God on these meditations, brother. You're going to go talk to God.
Jesus says, I have cast fire upon the world and see that I'm guarding it until it blazes. That's kind of like what I say about my marijuana.
Interesting.
I guard it until it blazes.
Until it blazes. And then we are blazed. Okay, this one's good. I'll tell you which one I actually specifically did. I haven't done all these. No, which one did I do? What is hidden from you, I will proclaim to you. No. Mary Magdalene. I didn't know Mary Magdalene had one.
Yo, Mary Magdalene, she fucks, bro.
Yes, but she is righteous. She is righteous. You know, you're familiar with the story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this one, Saint Teresa of Avila. Man, I should really have these. What was her name?
Perfect
again?
love has taken possession of her.
This is, yeah. These are bangers, dude. Here, oh, and then Saint Teresa of Avila. Her too. Oh my God, they have Muslim ones too. You know, they have every religion. They have like Hindu, Buddhist, but she has all of them. Amazing, dude. Samanaya Jarasari. She just got signed by Baba Sam Harish. She's a big dude. She just
got signed by The Rock or what?
Sam Harris. Do you know Sam Harris?
No.
Sam Harris. He's like an atheist speaker, kind of like he used to be a big atheist speaker. You'll see. Baba Sam Harish is a very powerful teachings, brother. His number one meditation is loving kindness. This is Sam Harris right here. How am I not subscribed? Dude, I am subscribed to his. I'm a member of his Waking Up Asharam, his app. It's amazing. But this, yeah, he just does all these meditations, like the lessons of death. Man, he just keeps upgrading. Like he just upgraded all these graphics on it. So sick, dude. Are you into? So, like, what kind of meditation do you guys do? What's the technique?
I just mostly put on like Tibetan bowls and like meditation music, and then just breathe and think and like just let it flow. Concentrate on my breathing, but then also if something comes in, I just kind of think about it and then let it go out. And
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of more so just me just sitting in there and like thinking of my thoughts and like projecting out in the universe what I want.
Have you tried? Okay, so that is a very powerful meditation. That's like yeah, that's powerful. But then have you ever done like the Jesus has these meditations that are like the kingdom of heaven is within you. So you look at your life force. Have you seen it? Have you never done that, eh? But
no.
That's what I got to send you. That's the technique.
Okay.
Because you basically go into God and you dissolve into God. It's fucking powerful, dude. It's great.
Yeah, okay, I'll try it.
Because basically what Jesus teaches is that you're animated by the same light as God. So the kingdom of heaven is within you. When he says that, he basically means that your life energy is God. Like we want to see a person, but a lot of people believe that it's just like this energy, this like loving awareness.
I just picture like a little orb floating around in me.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That orb. There's a meditation where you go in there.
The all spark.
Yeah, dude. You bring that into the world. Then you know what I'm saying. Then you're walking like this. Yeah, dude. It's great. And he basically teaches that when you forgive and forgive and forgive, you become one with that automatically. Like your life becomes like just a channeling of God.
Yeah.
And
where did you find all these?
What's that?
Where'd you find all these?
Danny, you know, you had a very interesting COVID. My COVID has been, basically I studied Buddhism. Sorry. Is that volume too high? Can you hear music?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Sick. But it's not too loud, right?
No. Sign up to BitLiteral Public Forgiveness.
Yeah. I'm doing a new series called Public Forgiveness, and this is all part of like what I learned when I did this Buddhism class. It's basically like I did this Buddhism class, and he did leave Hinduism to start this new religion or whatever. But his teachings are very powerful, and like I said, Sam Harris teaches them too. It's called Loving Kindness, but that's basically like the teachings is that any kind of guilt you're walking around with, it's like a hindrance on your energy. So by forgiving and forgiving and forgiving, like we think that we fix our problems by like doing something, but according to like these old Christian teachings and Buddhist teachings, it's like you basically forgive yourself and then your world automatically becomes perfect.
Yeah, okay. I started reading this book called The Tibetan Book of Life and Death, and it's been pretty sweet. Yeah, nice. It's good.
Yeah, that's great, man. But I was gonna say people can sign up for Public Forgiveness thing. Come on, and we'll forgive them here. So.
Oh, like they want to say, "Oh, forgive me for this," and then we have to, and then.
Yeah. Well, not right now, but I mean, in the future, this is like the next show.
That's a good service.
That's a good service, right? That's a good service to forgive the people and to remind them that they have unconditional loving kindness and they have unconditional. You know what I mean? Like, and I technically have the certifications to teach it because this is so crazy.
You're plugged in.
I'm plugged in, and yo, check this out. I got the certification during COVID. I took this class at Harvard. Buddhism through
Really?
scriptures. Yeah.
That's
Like, I'm
awesome.
Harvard certified. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you are. You're Ivy League winner.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And then we also have another show here on the ashram on this service called it's called Cult Rehab. And then even this class, I did this class called Understanding Cults. Great class, dude. So Sundays we have cult victims coming on, and it's been great, man. This Sunday we have someone from Jehovah's Witness. She actually wrote a book. She wrote a graphic novel. Amazing, dude.
Cult girl.
Yeah, cult girls. It's like a rom-com, but they were all like, we were in a cult, and then they all got out, and she made like a rom-com graphic novel out of it. It's pretty sick.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, she's gonna be back on Sunday, 6 p.m. right here on the Drip. Danny, we talked about it a lot before the episode started, but it seems very heavy. Like, do you want to get into it? Because I do want to talk about the vulnerabilities, and I do find it so interesting. What a silly life this is. That I swear to God, I went on a date with this girl like 3 times. So hot. But I also was not confident. Maybe I was telling the people even before you came on that like sometimes girls are like into me, and I'm like, she's too beautiful. Come on, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we go on 3 dates. I don't know what she told you, but we go on like 3 dates, and then
bro. I mean, she's on the market now.
She's on the market.
She's on the market, buddy. She's on the market.
But I just remember like we go on 3 dates, and then I just stopped messaging her or whatever. And maybe she was, like it just seemed like whatever. And then a month later, I see her at a comedy show, and then you're just like, "Hey, man, it's my girlfriend." That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like, and then now that you've told me like more of this story, of what's happened since then, it almost seems like we traded off lives or something. It's like those movies where they trade up, like you're about to go in the subway, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, don't do it," and you don't go in, so you have a completely different life. This is crazy. I just assume that like you just probably hooked up with her for a couple of months and broke up with her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I just thought that.
No, I dated her for 5 years.
Oh my God, dude. This life is so silly. That's great. That's good. And then, like, how did that lead to the converting to Islam thing? Because you were saying that it was, it led to, it was quite a big event in your life, I'd say.
Sorry, what? The internet.
Oh, sorry. Was it the internet? Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like you guys were gonna get like married and stuff.
Right? Yeah. We were gonna get married, bought a wedding ring, all that jazz. But we were like dating. Like, it was weird though, man, because it was like at the beginning of it was like when I was in my like single, ready to mingle kind of like phase, and like I was just smashing a lot. True. And everything, and then it kind of like turned into a relationship, but I was still like in that like I kind of want to smash phase. So I full disclosure, I was dirtying her pretty much like the whole time, which was kind of like sad and shitty.
That's
but it was
so
all
funny, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, not funny. No, it's not funny. It's actually wrong, but
yeah.
Funny that, like it's like, "Hey man, ladies, lower the standards."
No, but it's like she was a great girl. Nothing but good things to say about her, right? And she like gave me the freedoms and let me do whatever I kind of wanted, almost in a sense. But it was like you know when like something's like too good for you, and then you're like, fuck, I need some dirtiness in my like like where you're like, or some grime and shit. So it was so I was like still caught up in kind of that world, and then especially too, it's like you're touring, traveling, and in that phase I was like on all cylinders, man. Where it was like, like I could wheel and deal with the best of them. So then it was just like, it kind of got into that, but then like I started falling in love. Right. And then I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to do this shit. Like I don't want to be this kind of like dirty person. So then I stopped, but then over this whole pandemic, it was just like everything was going crazy, man, where comedy was taken away. And then I was like working like slave shifts, man, like like I told you before, 56 days on, 1 day off, like 10-hour days, like in, out, like mad grind, like where I had nothing to do but work. And then COVID did hit, and then we were like kind of together in this house, like every minute of our lives together. And and then like
it's like my alternate life. Like, tell me my alternate.
But then like the world started opening too, where it was like, okay, well, like let's get out and do this, right? Like I grabbed a fake vax pass and like all this shit, because I was like, you know, I wasn't down with all this vaccine and shit where I was like, whatever, I had COVID a bunch of times. Like, why do I need this vaccine? Right.
You had
And then
COVID twice. So you're like, you don't want
yeah.
it. You went, so who started this anti-vaccine talk? Was it you or her?
Well, it was like both of us kind of, but it was like almost to the point where it was like, where I'm like, oh, we don't like, I'm not going to get it. Like we'll operate in a way that we can do it. Right. Like I got the fake papers, I got all this shit. So I was out doing stuff, but then she was like, I don't want to use the fake papers. I don't want to do all this shit, you know, like going crazy, like saying like, you know, going off the deep end on the Nazi shit where you're just like, okay, well, like, I don't know. Like I had to even explain to her. I'm like, okay, well, I got us like work papers so we can get out of Berlin. And you're still saying like, I don't want these fake work papers to get out of Berlin. I'm like, so then just go and die in the ghetto with the rest of these fucking people then. You know?
What was she saying? She was saying, we have to live in freedom. I don't want to lower my head with fake paper. Is that what her thing was? Like,
pretty much, yeah, where it was just like,
Come on.
like, I don't want to subscribe to the government, all this stuff. Like, we're condoning them, all this. I'm like, well, actually, we're telling them to go fuck themselves by getting fake papers. And
like, you're still getting your shit done at least. Like, come on, get the fake papers and rip and dip, baby. That's what you should be doing as an anti-vaxxer. Yeah, we know some anti-vaxxers are like, it's not fair, and I'm not going to participate. That
and then it's like, you're just a loser, man. You know what I mean? Like, fucking operate within the skill sets and like get some fake papers and like get it at, like, you know what I mean? Like
rip and dip, baby.
And that's what that was the best part about it too, where it was just like all these people were like talking shit, and I'm like, little do you know, like all my shit's fake, but like I'm here, like I'm the infiltrator, you know what I mean?
Can you believe these idiots that don't believe in it? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's what I was doing, and then like slowly but surely, everyone's like, "Wait, Danny, you don't have your vaccine?" I'm like, "No, man, you guys are literally calling me to my face, fucking an idiot." But really, jokes on you, you dummies, you know. And then look at it now too, where it's just like the only thing that's holding it back is the stupid fucking the Canadian like transport, where you got to have it for your flights and shit. Like the federal government, like on provincial wise, it's like you don't even need it, man. If you wanted to wait out that period, but then it's like, but you can't travel and do all this shit, crazy wild stuff.
You know, the longer it goes by, the more it feels like as a society we just don't believe in it anymore. Like Ontario right now is in a heavy upswing of COVID cases. Who gives a fuck, dude? I think because these trucker protests, that's the good thing about the anti-vaccine.
Anyone that says the truckers didn't do anything is silly. Like the truckers,
we should be locked up right now. Like the numbers are crazy. Everyone has it. Everyone I know has it. COVID. Like we're in a swing.
Yeah, but like I mean, if you haven't got it in these 2 years, like what have you been doing? You know what I mean?
It's like, you know, in the end, we do all die. That's the fucked up thing, where I don't want to be irresponsible, but I'm also just like, do whatever you want.
Hey, our time's already clocked in, you know?
Yeah. We're on the clock,
you're gonna go when you're gonna go. And it's like whatever. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna live in a life of hiding out and then go when you were supposed to go anyways? Or are you gonna and have some fun and then die when your ticket's punched?
Yeah, dude. Even my mom, who's old as fuck, but she's so rock and roll. When it first started, we were all, us kids, me and my sisters, were so like, no, be responsible. We're blocking her car in. She was like, fucking pussies, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was. I'd rather die. Like she was saying shit like that.
That was the best part too. You see like these old people, where they just rock and roll. They're like, I've lived enough. Who gives a shit? Kill me if I'm ready to die. You know, and like they were just going out. And that's what I always see. That's funny too, where it's like you still see like teenagers or like 18, like you see a 22-year-old with a face mask on alone outside, and then you see like two old people where they're just chilling, and you're like, what's kind of upside down world are we in here right now? Where it's like the young kid.
Like, y'all are supposed to be doing rock and roll over here. You guys are supposed to be the rock and roll, and then older people are supposed. You know, a lot. It's always been like this. I think the older you get, the more you're like, fucking fuck it, dude.
Oh, 100%.
You know, 100%. Who gives a shit? Like, I remember I was like 35, and I did a bit of comedy, and I was like, nobody could ever hurt my feelings. Who could ever hurt a comic, like an old comic? It's like everything bad has happened, everything sad. You know, it's over. Like, I don't know what else to do.
Oh, yeah.
Death is going to be a bitch, I heard. That's why we got to meditate, though. That's why meditation, they call it practice for death, because it's going to be very painful. It's built to be just so painful and so shitty. So, not to bring you down there. What's that?
No, life from the book that I'm reading, man, death is going to be beautiful and peaceful. It's going to be nice. And that's the only thing, too, where it's just like you spend your whole life, because the only one thing that's for certain is that death is going to happen. The only thing we don't know is when and how. But it's like you spend your whole life distracting from the fact that you're going to die. And then that's when when it's right in front of you, that's when you have the anxieties of all this stuff. So, but if you've spent your whole life knowing that you're going to die and that this whole journey comes to the point of the end, that's when it's just like, okay, sweet, I've reached my final stage. And then you can be at peace with death.
They call it release. You just release back in. That's what I mean about the kingdom of heaven. You go back in. Like right now, that energy animates your life. And then at the end, if you you don't release, though, the interesting thing about this game, according to just like different philosophies I've been reading, they're basically saying like in the end, you just end up back in there. And it's pure bliss in there. And everyone goes in. It's not like limits or anything. But the more you're scared of it, the more you come out on the other side, like, like it was okay. You know, like those psychedelic experiences where you're like, things are being
where you're so high and you're just like, oh no, you got to hold it together. And then you come out the other end where you're like, oh man, I'm really glad I didn't
exactly.
die on that one. Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm alive. Sure. I'm alive. God, it's great.
Yeah.
I'll be like, good. God.
Buddy, and that was the crazy thing too, man, when like when the whole relationship blew up, or like, because I ended up hooking up with this girl and then she called her the next day and then all this stuff. But then we were on the beginning of going on a mountain hike in Banff, and we just like basically I could pretty much get this phone call of like, yeah, you know, I know everything, blah, 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 all this shit. And then I immediately eat 2 grams of mushrooms and then go on a fucking hike up the mountain, dude. And it was like insane. Cause I'm looking at it all. I'm like, and it was nuts because it was like each part of the mountain was a different, like we walk in, we're like, okay, cool. The head trail or the trailhead is all nice. And then we get into like snow and like mud, and the whole trail I'm climbing up, I'm like thinking about all this like 5 years that it destroyed, all this pain and hate I caused from like just being an adulterer. And then I'm like slipping and sliding through the mud, but the whole time I'm like flying on these mushrooms, bro. And I'm like, and I'm just thinking like, I'm like crying, I'm like spitting, I'm like vomiting, purging and everything, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm going up this
you
trail.
You really suffered. You suffered with God.
Oh, God buddy, 100%. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's okay to take a break. Just don't break down, you know, like pause for a little bit. And I'm like sliding through all this mud and shit. And I'm like, yeah, okay, like this mud and this trail is representing the tough times that I'm going through right now. But as soon as I get to the top of this mountain, it's going to be pure blissful. And like, I'm like rolling, dude, right? And I'm like, just like, I'm puking, going through all this stuff, sliding through this mud. And then I'm like, at one point, I'm just like, oh, how much longer do I got? And I'm out of shape too, right? At this point, because it was just like, I was boozing heavy, didn't care about fitness, didn't care about anything.
I never knew you like that. You were always like on top of your health and shit.
Oh yeah, no. So then I'm like, I realized like all this shit that I've just done, right? My body's not healthy, my mental's not healthy, my spiritual's not healthy. And then I'm just like, just chilling, and I'm like shattered to the core from these mushrooms. And then this kid comes out of nowhere and he goes, don't worry, you're almost there. Just a few more little bits. You're good to go. And I just start bursting out laughing, dude. And then it's like this kid and then his mom and dad come and they're like, oh, you all right? I'm like, yeah, you don't understand how much I needed to hear that. And then I just keep climbing up to the top, dude. And then I get to the top and it's like pure peacefulness, man. It's like no one else is there. It's like a bird, like an eagle flew over. I'm in between 2 peaks in the mountains on like a nice lake ridge, and it was just like pure bliss, bro. And then like I just chilled there, had a cigar with my buddy, and then like had some tea and just chilled at the top of this mountain till the sunset. But it was just like insane where all this bad news comes, and then just smash mushrooms. But it's like sometimes you need those psychedelic adventures to like kind of really like shatter your psyche and your ego and look within, where you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, break the pattern, dude. A lot of people are doing it now. It's hot right now.
Oh, 100%.
I've always loved. What's that?
I've always loved mushrooms.
Yeah, they're very loving, and they should be more mainstream in the culture. And actually, you know what I've been doing is, and this is safe for the airplane, by the way. You see this? Just looks like a regular mushroom complex, but inside.
The mushroom. Beep, beep. You got some penis envy and golden teachers in there, eh?
Hey, man, if you can detect it, Who's gonna detect it? Nobody knows, dude.
Yeah,
It's mushroom.
no one.
Mushroom complex.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah,
well,
dude.
it's right there. It says so.
Yeah, it says mushroom complex. Like, why would anyone care even? Honestly, it's so safe. I see it's actually very safe. And considering that we're all like, you know how low the standard is to be alcoholic? It's like 6 drinks a week, you're alcoholic. It's like technically, like according to doctors, like you're drinking too much to the point where like it's unhealthy and whatever. It's like insanely low, criminally low. Like 6 drinks in a week and you're alcoholic. I don't know if
Oh,
you've seen
buddy, I did 6 drinks like within an hour. Like that's the
No
thing though.
problem.
I loved smashing like alcohol and just getting drunk, and like it was fun, especially coming from Alberta, right? A huge drinking culture there, and then it's like, but I was like good at it until I wasn't, you know?
That's what I always tell people too. It's like, okay, but did you quit?
Yeah. 81 days or 82 days
Woo! God, it's
today.
great. More and more people quitting. That's great, dude. That's so good. You're looking great.
Yeah.
You're full of energy. That's great. You got your spunk.
Yeah, 81 days.
Dude, you can't last it. Look, young people do it. You go 30s, 2-day hangover. Forget it.
Oh, it's brutal, man. It's brutal. But then
Yeah.
it's like you're like, oh, let me just crush a couple Caesars here to get this hangover over, and then you're like already kick-started into it, and you're like, all right, and then next thing you know, you're pouring half the bottle of vodka in there, and you're like, God damn, I only got crushed like 6 Caesars already.
That's
And
it,
then
dude.
yeah.
No more
But
for
then
you.
you're
You
like,
quit.
yeah, no, I quit. I'm gonna go the full year, and then at this point, man, I feel like it's probably been the best thing that I've done in my life, probably in the last like
Powerful.
15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. I quit for 5 years and then I started again, but I should quit. But yo, what are you doing tonight? You going out? You party?
I don't know what I'm
Dance?
gonna do
Are you
today.
doing dance? You did a good dance last week. That was great.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing this week. Tomorrow I got a bunch of shows, and then tonight I've got nothing really. I'm gonna go check out that Juno show at Comedy Bar, and then
Oh, sick.
go for a round.
Tonight, Yo Piston apparently is another one, but it's like electronica. I'd rather go hip hop.
I mean, I'm down for. I love electronic music.
You want to do electronic? Yo, Piston electronica tonight. If you want to go, if you want to rip it.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
want to
think
rip
I'm
it
gonna
and
go.
flip it?
You want to rip and dip, dude? You just rip it and flip it, dude.
Yo,
Let's all do it.
yeah, okay, let's pop it. Yeah.
Let's do it, dude. And then you gotta
Are
come
you
back.
shredded?
Fucking, let's get shredded. No drinking though. No drinking.
No drinking.
Keep it
Just
sober
straight
and-
vodka soda. I mean, vodka soda's no vodka.
Vodka soda, no vodka, dude. Vodka cran, no vodka. Yeah, let's do that.
And I actually bought the Corona Sun Brews, bro. The 0% Coronas. They are phenomenal, dude. For
Wow,
near beers,
you're
they're
drinking-
insane.
You're drinking the no alcohol.
Well, yeah, dude. Yeah. But I don't do the partakes or anything. It has to be 0.0. Like I did the Heinekens because it was a nice day out. They're okay. They kind of taste like shit at the end. But then these Sun Brews, bro, they're phenomenal. They taste exactly like a Corona.
That's great that you found, you got to find your systems of how to get out and how to, function without it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll hack a dart, and then most of the time it's Diet Cola, and then just chilling. I might smoke a stove today. Who knows?
I've been doing those vodka soda drinks, and just being like, you know what? It's 0 calories. I was at Comedy Bar, and I was even talking to the bartender, like, it's actually responsible, like, rather than drinking a beer. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Beer bloats
you.
you up so much, but it's like, man, I just like an ice cold beer, dude. Like, especially on these hot summer days, I'm like, fuck, give it to me, you know?
Have you Have you tried the vodka soda, like coolers with like a little cherry flavor, a little strawberry flavor?
Oh, dude, that's what I'd smash. Neutrals, all that kind of stuff.
That shit is good, yeah. But anyway, no, but don't do it. Tonight, we don't do it. Tonight, we're going to have a ripper summer. You're here all summer.
What?
You're here all summer? 21st.
Yeah, I'm here.
You got to come.
Yeah, I'm here all summer. I don't leave. I go to the East Coast for 2 weeks doing a tour, and then that's it.
That's
Boys
amazing,
here,
dude.
man. I'm putting my stamp in the city. I've been gone too long.
Yeah, dude. Let's put some stamps. Yeah, dude. That's a good way. It's a good way of saying, like, let's have sex with some people in the city. You know what I mean? Like, let's let the market know that we are here.
Yeah. We're gonna flood the market, and by flooding the market, I mean we're gonna spread our semen.
We're gonna spread our semen in the Toronto market. So look out for us out in the community, people. Yeah, it's Friday. Make sure everyone goes dancing tonight. I'll tell you, it's part of your karmas. You have to go. I feel like people have to go dancing. It's good for the culture, you know?
Oh, dude, dancing is great for you.
Yeah, dude, it was
Yeah,
sick.
I'll go dancing, bro. Let's go dancing.
Bro,
tonight.
let's fucking go dancing tonight. Write some comedy sketches. That's sick, dude. Thanks for coming on, man. You got to do it again. When we do public forgiveness, you can just come in. I want to do it in person downtown with some comics. So like you can even just be there. It'd be me and then maybe 2-3 people on the couch. Calls in and then
let's do it. Let's do it in like a studio together.
Yeah, that would be sick, dude. But yo, regardless, I'm going to see you tonight. Thanks for coming. And where can people find you? I have your banner here.
Yeah, right there. Danny Martinello on Instagram. Follow me.
God is great, baby. Yo, great story, dude. It was interesting to see your ups and downs, because I really thought you were just, you were there.
Oh no, bro. This is since October, man. But then it's all like, yeah, man. It's just been a crazy last 6 months for sure.
That's exciting, dude.
I don't know. You need that stuff in your life in order to make it better. So it's like, anything that's always good is you'll end up finding trouble for yourself anyway. So it's better to have life find you trouble so you can come through your adversities, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what we're here to do is just play this game of life and like try shit. And, you do your best, you try shit. That's why you'd be great for a public forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? You have the qualifications, actually.
Oh, buddy, I've been a sinner, so now it's time to be a saint.
That's a great story. Dude, that's a good, you could be like a preacher one day with that story. It's like, now I come to Lakewood Church and I tell people about God.
Just like Mace, I'll stop the rap game just to start preaching.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Have you seen his stuff?
No, actually, I watched one video. It's all right. It's pretty decent.
Oh, sick. Okay, cool. Yo. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Have a great weekend.
No worries. Thank you.
Peace. And there you have it. Danny Martinello, people. Danny Martinello. Wow, so much that he has gone through. We're going to have a great summer. We're going to have I got to go meet up with him. We got to do some sketches. Let me put on. White Claws are great, Fern. White Claws are fantastic. And listen, I'm not encouraging them on someone like him, but let's just say this. If you're going to drink, it does seem like White Claws are more responsible. Are they not? Are we being a little more responsible with the White Claws? Because it's only 100 calories. So I would say go to the White Claws and then go to no booze, probably. That's probably the route. And we should go no booze. What a great track. It really goes through the ups and downs of life. This great Leela of life. We are in the game, baby. Let's go. Yeah, we got to do another episode with Danny, man. What a great guy. He's so silly, too. If we put stuff in front of him, that'll be a ripper. Sunday's show is going to be a ripper, too, because Natalie Grant's coming back. She's pissed. It's going to be a big expose on these J-dubs. These fucking J-dubs are out of control. And that's what you get, J-dubs. And that's why I need y'all to do your karmas. Just take a look at those karmas over there. Make sure you're doing all of them, okay? Very important. All 5 of them. All 5 of the karmas must be done. Especially be joyful and dance. Make sure you're joyful and dance. I want people out there to say, who are you? When you say, I'm part of Amish Patel's congregation, I want to say, oh, of course, you're joyful and you're happy and you're a good person. Oh, well, that makes sense. You have so much joy in your heart. You're such a high vibration. Of course, you're in Amish Patel's congregation. That's the kind of impression that I want the culture to have, the community to have. And it's getting tighter and tighter by the day, people. We have the intro should be done for Sunday, but if not next week, the intro is such a good ripper, and it really sets it up. The karmas are great. Y'all are actually doing great karmas being here. It's very, very good for the culture to support a show like this, because who on all of YouTube is calling out these cult leaders? Who's calling them out? Only right here at the Digital Ashram. Only here at the Digital Ashram. And that's why we have to... Let me support our community here. Who's here? Please, Morton is here. Please, Morton says, Tom Nash came through. You're officially certified. Baby, Tom Nash comes. Tom Nash, he's coming. Tom's got to come back to do a regular episode. Please, Morton says, I went through a White Russian phase 12 years ago. What a mess. Kept putting more and more vodka in those dang things. Please, Morton. Yeah, I know. It's an issue. Fern, White Claws are great. Listen, if you're going to do it, I think White Claw's the move. Oh, you know what I wanted to show you guys? No, we'll have to save it for next time. It's actually so... No, you know what? He sent me the video. Because I actually was so proud of... Oh, my God. I was just telling some people, I was out in the culture, in the community, and I was telling people how proud I am of how Israel Adesanya, he does a little dance off the top before he goes in. And I was telling some people about this guy, and this guy goes, "Oh yeah, kind of like this other dude. He does a dance when he goes into the ring, but then he goes up to but then when it's time to fight, he just like falls over. It's so silly. You got to see it. It's so good. Hold up, let's see it. Let's see it because this game is so wild and wacky, people. This is so good, dude."
Notice. He gonna dance. He gonna dance. There you go. That before can move.
It's wild. It's a lot. It's a wild one.
I mean, he can break dance. He can dance.
He's doing the moves.
He actually has a background.
This you gotta do. Anyway,
He gonna dance.
one round, lost the fight. Yeah, no, you gotta watch it. You know, his trainers are like, "Stop it!" Too big, but that's how great this life is, though. You know what I mean? It's always keeping you on your toes. It's always keeping you. You don't know what to do. No, but still, dancing is the right thing to do. Dancing is the right thing to do. Sukhbir Singh says, "How do you get over negative feelings?" Sukhbir Singh, wow, that's $1 million question, isn't it? And I think we have an answer to that in the video as I speak. I think we're seeing one answer to that in the video as I speak. Sukhbir Singh, dancing. That's a good one. Make sure you're dancing. Make sure you're being joyful in the community too. But sometimes you just can't avoid it, Sukhbir, you know? Because if you're not doing full, like basically the way the world is set up, I think it's got to be minimum 1 hour a day is going to be suffering. But what you can do is to overcome the suffering. Natasha Razor's here. Natasha, what's up? Thanks for coming, yo. Sukhbir Singh's going dancing tomorrow. Well, I was going dancing tomorrow, but it looks like I'm going dancing tonight too, people. Me and Danny Martinello. Oh my God, this guy rips in the clubs. It's going to be so good to party with this guy. Oh my God, we're going to go on a dance. We're going to go on a dance tonight. We're going dancing with Danny Martinello. Dancing indeed calms the soul. For our life, you know what? This whole goddamn culture is broken because it's full of people that are going to tell you, dancing, there's no time for dancing and schmancing. You got to go pay, go do your bills. That's what the community wants to tell you. But let me tell you something. Dancing is actually very important and it could save your life. Let's just start this track over again. It's such a good track. 75th. And I'm going to raise it. And yeah, he's so good, dude. But thanks everyone for coming to this service. Great guest today, Danny Martinello. Almost converted to Islam. Must have been so hard for the people converting him because, you know, you get a guy that white into Islam, and we're talking about 200-300 karmas there. We're talking about double points on the karmas. So Danny Martinello, he went over there shaking his white ass in front of all of them, in front of Islam. But in the end, he went back to Jesus, and that's fine too. Be joyful in life. Make sure you're dancing through life. Make sure you're dancing through life. It's Friday, baby. You gotta go get it tonight. You're in Footloose Town, boy. Please, word says you're in Footloose Town. Yeah, this whole community is footloose, isn't it? The whole culture says, well, dancing, you're not allowed to dance. You can't just dance. If you start dancing, I'll dance anywhere I want. And that's what we should all be doing. Yahuvi says 300 virgins sounds like a bloody ordeal. Yes, very good. Yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. Sunday night, like I said, we got Natasha. If we got Natalie Grand on the show, I was going to say Natasha Razor. Maybe Natasha Razor will be there too. You never know. And make sure you're doing your karmas, people. Make sure you're doing. A lot of people said, "What are the karmas?" These are the karmas. Do it all. Be joyful in life. Proactively love people. Don't wait for someone to love you. This is the meditation. This is the Buddha's most powerful teaching. Proactively love other people. Yeah, you should be doing that. That's good. And that's what dancing is. That's what dancing is. And we have to. This life is too much suffering to not be dancing in it. I like that I'm just making up new. I'm just blessing the community. That's what Osho would do. He would have one hand up. I'm just adding this chain to it. But he would have one hand up, and he'd bless. The blessing comes in from like this, and then with the other hand, he'd put it out on the crowd. And that's what we're doing. Get the blessing. Get the blessing. Get the blessing. Be joyful. Be joyful in life. Make sure you love your life, people. And let the love overflow in you, and then you will proactively love the whole community. Now I look like I'm wearing a choker. Listen, people, we're always upgrading the ashram. Thanks for coming. You are loved. I gotta go. It's Friday, baby. You gotta be righteous. King Hicks says you gotta be righteous. Calvin Corny, thanks for the don't know. Karma's God is great. We're gonna end the broadcast. Sun Raleigh, Vijaya, Adama, Jax. 4-hour life. I haven't even eaten anything yet. Spicy Kirby, Digital Marketing Humans. Matthew is here. And that's our broadcast, people. That's it.